89 is overrated.
The fuck?
My ranking of this gun on a tier list that I did for the Disrupt Gaming YouTube channel made quite a few people rather upset. I understand, to a certain extent, as Hibana mains are very protective creatures, but I'd still rate Hibana an S-tier character, despite her gun. And she's still not the S-tier waifu from Fire Force. Of course, that is Maki. Would Hibana spot you at the gym?
No.
My point is made. Regardless, Hibana has one of the best gadgets in the game. She's still the queen of hatch destruction, and she can be used to open walls in the event that you really need it. She's a 3-speed, with access to breaching charges for top floor control, and flashbangs for executes. You essentially lose nothing by bringing this character, and that's why I ranked her S in the tier list. So why the f would I buff the Type 89? That would make her overpowered, you would say. Greg, what is wrong with you? Well, I'll tell you why I would do it. It's for all the reasons that I ranked the Type 89 not so great of an assault rifle. Not terrible, but not amazing. And the last time someone said not great, not terrible, look what happened. I got 89 problems, and all of them have to do with a Type 89. Its recoil pattern is really weird, and much like the Republican Party in the United States, has this tendency to swing to the right at random intervals, which makes it very difficult to use with an ACOG scope. Its primary reload is really short, but when you empty a mag, it's a lot longer. And you might be emptying your mag a lot more frequently because it doesn't have a lot of bullets. It has a decently high fire rate that matches the coveted AK-12, but has less damage than the AK-12, which basically means it's a crappy AK-12. The Type 89, the crappy AK-12. Get yours today from Japan. Never.
Nope.
Because they don't export guns in Japan. You can't have it. Sorry, China. You can't reverse engineer my stuff. Toulon didn't watch. The Type 89 is an AK-12 with a weird recoil pattern, less damage, and a smaller magazine. I don't use the Type 89 because I enjoy using it. I use it because I don't have anything else on Hibana. Although this skin looks really nice on it. But why buff it? You saw the thumbnail. I bet you're on the edge of your seat anticipating why I would give the Type 89 5 more bullets. Well, look at Hibana's competition. Hello! Guy has the best assault rifle in the game, a pretty decent amount of wall opening potential, smoke grenades. This dude has gun, primary utility, and secondary utility, all wrapped up into one. The only thing that he doesn't have is hatch destruction. As far as hatches go, Ace actually kind of stinks, and I think that's why they gave him at least the AK-12 or the smoke grenades. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to take away his AK-12, but I can see him losing his smoke grenades in the future. But at the end of the day, Ace is a hard breacher with an excellent gun. Hibana is a hard breacher with a mediocre gun, comparatively. And she doesn't have smoke grenades to cover her own execute. She has flashbangs, which can help in an execute, but they don't help her plant as well as smoke grenades will. Giving smoke grenades to a hard breacher, the guy who's usually going to be using the diffuser in comp, that's a lot. And I think the only reason the Type 89 is maligned as much as it is because of the time that Hibana was released. It made sense to make her gun the way it is because she was competing with Thermite. And if we're being nerds, it doesn't really make sense for Hibana to be using Vietnam-style 20-round magazines in 2020, but maybe she's a purist, I don't know. Oh yeah, remember this? The Bearing 9? Y'all remember this from Season 1 if you played the game as far back as that? Remember when it didn't suck? Yeah, remember when the recoil wasn't like... The Bearing 9 was a lot more powerful when we introduced Hibana to the game and gave her 20-round magazine. Now, she doesn't really have that anymore. In fact, I prefer using the pistol because at least I can actually hit what the f I'm aiming at. Now, if you're a pro player, you're probably going to have to suck it up and just use it anyway because of the whole fully automatic primary is better and 99% of blah, 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 the statistics get good argument. I get that. But for the average person... they'd rather use something that they can, use. My point is, one factor of Hibana's fragging kit was tailored the way it was, in addition to the fact that she had a fully automatic secondary at the time that didn't really have a lot of recoil. There was a point at which machine pistols were just better than their semi-automatic counterparts in 99% of circumstances. Right now, the only reason the SMG-11 didn't fall victim to that huge machine pistol nerf we got back in the day is because you can still control the vertical kick of that gun. In a sense, the Type 89, with its weird Vietnam-era magazine, is outdated for Rainbow Six Siege now. If Ace hadn't been introduced to the game, I don't think anyone would really be complaining. But now that he's here and he has an AK-12, it's kind of, it begs the question. I don't think that it would revolutionize the way people play Hibana, but I think one of two things needs to happen. Either Ace needs to be dialed back just a tiny bit, or Hibana needs to be dialed up just a tiny bit. Especially since we gave Maverick, who was already considered to be a pretty strong operator before he got frag grenades, it looks like Hibana is kind of getting power creeped a little bit. But that's a whole separate conversation. I don't know who the fuck is supposed to have frag grenades right now, according to Ubisoft. Is it the entry frag? No, that's overpowered. Is it the hard support? No, that's overpowered. What do you guys think? Should Hibana's gun get a magazine buff or not? Why not? Let me know in the comments down below. Take it easy. Don't get too mad at my ranking of the Type 89. Deuces.